Friends, today I shall talk about the day to day business management skills required by an entrepreneur. This is part of my ongoing series for focused business guidance knowledge for free new startups and existing entrepreneurs. Now, let's say you got a good idea, you got finances, you got everything. But is that good enough? No. Next, you have to ask yourself is what are the skills which you require to manage the business on day-to-day growth basis and to grow the business further. Today, I will talk about business skills required for day-to-day management. Day-to-day management skills required from entrepreneurs are to run and managing a business. This includes creating healthy, robust processes by which you know exactly what's happening in your organization, a feedback system which provides you with feedback on day-to-day basis or on the basis. Feedback means you have to analyze the feedbacks for the standards which you have set. And you also have to delegate tasks to other team members. It cannot be that you do all the tasks yourself. Multitasking is good, reskilling is good, but you have to teach employees to take responsibility and work towards business health and profitably. That should be the aim. Then another very important skill required is financial management skills. Financial management skills includes laying down the financial policy. You started with the financial plan. That was basically for the investors, but on day-to-day basis, you also have to take different actions. You have to allocate the resources. You have to allocate the resources for infrastructure, fixed cost, and variable cost, and cost of the material, etc. So when you allocate resources, you also have to know that you have to understand the business well. Only if you understand the business and the process well can you properly allocate the resources. Next comes managing short-term and long-term finances. It may be very impressive to buy a big machinery. Choice could be buy a smaller machinery at cheaper cost and upgrade the machinery. That you have to take a decision yourself. Or to buy a very sophisticated machinery and increase your own maintenance cost. That again is your thing. Now then comes the raising of finances. How do you raise finance? Where do you raise finance? Did you raise finance totally? You raise finance in a staggered manner so that the interest cost is kept to the minimals. Then you have to look at the overheads. How are you going to manage the overheads? Overheads could be electricity, insurance, demurrage. There can be very many overhead costs which you will need to keep in mind while planning day-to-day finances and expenses. Now, next comes manage payables. Manage payable means when you sell your product in the market, how will you get the money? What will be the cycle of money received? What sales policy you have made? What amendment to the sales policy you can make to get a better working capital? Then comes managing receivables. You sold the goods. Once you sold the goods, you expect money to come back. Will it come back within 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? How will it affect your production cycle? How will you affect your payables? This mix you have to maintain. Next comes is recording of data. Whatever you do, all the data must be recorded. That's called financial recording. Financial recording helps you to later plan your decisions better, find out the cost, comparison cost analytics. After that comes inventory control. How do you control your inventories? Inventory, when should it be bought? When should it be put in the process? When will it go? All these are required. What are you going to do with the scrappage? How are you going to manage the scrappage? All that you have to see. Are the consumptions as per the standards which you laid down? So this is all what you need to do in financial control. Unfortunately, most of the entrepreneurs are weak in these subjects. So they need to really upgrade themselves and understand this if they want to make a business success. My next module will be on other skills required to manage business.